there's a part of me that wants to just play some games and then record everything. But I'm not sure if I want to just record it and then put a voiceover down and ranked when I have so many decent replays. Here, why don't we do this? We're going to do this. It's today. Saturday. Okay, we're going to skip Squishy Team. I got to look at those, though, those replays at some point. That was given to me for a friend. All right, I kind of want to look at this. Let's just see how this goes. This could be complete shit. We'll go on... We may as well. Okay. So check bid, he lands a beat. Nothing happens. Bumped out of my rotation. It's a little weird, but I'm just going to recover right here. Rotate through mid because I'm second. Trading that is fine. So typically, if I know I'm going to get beat in that position, this was a tournament game I did a while ago. If I know I'm going to get beat in this position, I'm not ever going to dive at it. I'm just going to let him try to play it into me. And then if he opts for the ground play, at that point, if he opts for the ground play, then I go ahead. Why don't I put the camera over here? Because I keep looking at my second monitor. I got this over here. So why don't we switch the cam? So I'd rather I cover the initial clear, and then from there, allow him to play into me on the low, right? And then if he forces high at that point by trying to flick it or playing the bounce, dribble, the volley, the ba-bum, as my English coach used to say it, at that point, I bait the release into my guy that's behind me, because I will have a guy that's behind me. Especially if he's going to take the time to go into a ground play and slow play it at that point, right? So I'm just going to cover the initial clear, though. That's what I want to do, because I don't want Choxic to clear it and then land and then have my third come around. And then now where initially I have that clear from Choxic, right? And this is all in the scenario of Choxic is beating, right? Rather than me to accidentally running a layer, then my third taking over, right, from around behind me, then if Choxic can usually land, he can land a tackle onto my third. And then they cement themselves in my offense, and in CRL, it's going to be really difficult for me to push out. So I know I could go for this. Do not monkey. I'm telling you, give defense the benefit of the doubt. Don't monkey this shit, right? Just chill with it. I know I could have a good 50 there, so... Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like this. Like, you see Sean with the immediate force. Banger is just immediately on the frame. Alright, I have no passing options, so... And Choxic looked a little awkward, so I was just going to go for the shot. May as well. Will's going to touch. I have low boost, so I'm going to opt for a grip or pass. Ah! Close. Really good games. I'm going to see Sean's POV here. Yeah, it's honestly a really good try. It's 100% you want to go for that. Banger with the angle. Let me see this again. So he's doing everything right. Yep, it's good try. I'm not seeing any mistakes here, to be honest. Yep, just going to opt for the 50. So this is honestly super scary. Like, hitting these 50s right here on these angles, it sometimes it'll pinch into my own net, and my third man can't recover fast enough. So it's kind of freaky. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to. So you're going to see me not tackle in, but out. And I backflip, because I don't want to risk it. And if anything, what I'm doing is I'm allowing him to clear it, so that I know my second can do it, so it can take control. It's going to be way easier at that point, rather than just kind of saying, fuck it, and hammering myself into it with the potential for it to go back into my own net. Hell no. Right? Just going to play really controlled with this. You can see Banger right here with the cut. Right? So you only ever want to cut. Like, if you see Sean here, if you get a comm from whoever's like in Sean's position and they say, I'm low boost, or they say all the way in the net, so if they're not in the frame and they go back left, right? Then always cut. Always do it. Always do it. So he probably calmed, and Sean probably calmed. Yeah, good try. Good 50. This is solid. I'm honestly really proud of these guys. Oh, I got it. Let's go. It was a beautiful drop, too. Okay, and you can see me right on this 1-3 here. So it's really dependent. Going for this boost is really kind of greedy. but I know that Whale just got bumped. So I know that Sean is going to, and their third is probably going to be up for it. So I know Sean's going to at least land a 50, right? Whale's off, Crims is off. So now this is looking great for me. I see Choxic up at this point, and I'm like, I know I'm good. There's already the structure is a little bit off at this point. So I'm going to go for full. He lands a 50, and now that's really good. And now I'm just 1 to 3. Now I just got to chill. He plays for the drop. And then I knew Crims was going to cover near post. And this is the overload that I'm talking about. We got the space from their lack of structure. He tried to pre-jump a near post shot. And instead, I put it far post by back flipping out of it. I changed my angle. I know this right there. And I don't flip into it. And you can see Crims is perfectly angled to basically hit a near post shot. And I instead go around. This is all the space you need. Okay? Nothing has changed with my system. I have changed nothing. There's nothing new. I'm taking it. These are really good games so far. Honestly, it's a really good game, right? I play for the near post. Whale is overcommitted. He's naturally a little bit out. And honestly, if you get guys that are kind of like Whale and they're overcommitted, don't go for the demo. Let them fucking die in their awkwardness. Like, it would be better to have them reset after you get the demo than for you to take them out of the play and then reset with demo with boost with 36, because that's plenty for defense. You know, there are times when I'm really awkward or I literally have 0 on the initial transition to offense. I get somebody demo me and I spawn near side now with 36, and even for bonus I get my full boost right next to me because I'll spawn right next to it if I spawn same side as what I demoed in. So I'm in the same zone of responsibility, and I just got a full. It's like, I'm good, man. Like, I'm good. I won't call for a cut or anything, you know, for my teammate at that point. You know, and I want to avoid that too, because if we're playing, you know, you got guys up the field, you know, so let's just say, you know, standard position, I got the balls, let's just say the ball's in their corner, right? If I got a first man that's here, right, and then I got a second man that's here, right, so he's playing left side, and then I got this guy that's third man that's interchangeable mid, right, dependent on whether we're having a defensive or offensive first man. So offensive first man, he's going to push forward, maybe look for a passing option, not forcing anything, maybe look for passing option though. And if not, then he's going to play support with the second. Okay, so he's going to do scrub killer rotation and check deep. Very, very, very important, by the way, right? And he's going to look to receive, because it could be very easy if you miss exactly what I'm talking about, what I just said, right? That you accidentally run a layer out of the backfield and then they just score outright. And that's what happens, honestly, a lot on the sustained offense with a lot of GC2, GC3 teams. A lot of these teams don't really know. They haven't really got the shit together. So be careful about that. That's why I say, when you're on a sustained offense, you're that 1 to 3, and then you're doing a full rotation into second man, you always check deep first. Does that mini rule in your head, so you don't rotate square, because then you'll be awkward when you need to receive the play versus if you were farther back. So it's the difference is, if I rotate square and I'm coming in like this, right, and if I support my second man when he's on this sideline right here, and if I'm supporting him by being right here, we're in the same spot. Technically we're in the same spot versus if I'm right here. It's a big difference. And I don't really need to do that much movement, you know? Like, even the inches from being from here to here could be a big deal. You know what I mean? It really depends on the play. I mean, the inches, I mean, it literally comes down to being like here versus here sometimes, you know, when I'm talking to the people on my replays. So I forget why I initially went on this tangent. Oh yeah, I was talking about the basic structure. And if I don't want to call a cut, basically, because if I'm my third man and they make that booming clear that's coming in, he's going to have a square angle onto this. Right? Or if he can, he's going to come around and then fix his angle to then boom it forward. That's what ideally you want to do, right? But not always is that true. Sometimes it takes a second touch where the booming clear goes over the second, and then you have to take it square, and then you have to take it up the wall. But if you have to take it up the wall at this rank, you're usually going to get tackled. So you lost space versus having a second man that could just turn around and then immediately boom it back. Do you guys get the difference? This is what I'm trying to teach, right? And why I'm trying to teach you guys not to run the layer. Okay, so back on it. What are we at? We're only a minute. Sean, yeah, always a guy in the diagonal to go for that. So I'm going to cut inside. He's going to cover right side. All of this is gorgeous. Really weird from Whale. What? Oh, with the Doomsy. Yeah, that was really, really, really awkward. And I played for mid, I think. Yeah, and I lost my flip. So Sean pre-jump right there, which I think was I was a bit of a panic, and I lost my flip here, and I couldn't air roll back in a position to flick it, fast enough, and I lost my flip right at the last second. I can already tell. Kind of a really dumb goal, to be honest. It feels stupid. Guy in the diagonal, as usual. Choxic with the bad hit. I'm just gonna play this center. No, that wasn't good. Okay, now we're gonna rotate on boost. And look at Sean's positioning here. It's so good. Right here. Boom. Perfect. He's gonna go for the shot. Crims is off his line. Look how awkward this looks, right? This is why I teach you guys not to push out, because look at him. He goes too far forward. And I mean, you're using too much boost, there's too much feathering, there's too much all of this, all these intangible things, versus if you just wait here right in the front post. Then you go up the wall when you see that, Sean's going to opt for the shot, which is very obvious. And then you can put yourself down, because the midfield has to be covered by your teammate. That's not your job. Okay, so let's go back. So, very good stuff, honestly. It's really good stuff. That was a potential shot. Banger was a little bit off his line, I think. No. Okay, no, he was respecting Whale. Whale got a touch on it. That's how. Okay, so now we're going to reset. So now the Sean or me is going to call, but it looks like Sean is. And now I'm going to rotate second. Okay. I'm hoping for a cut from Banger. That's what I'm looking for, yeah. So he covered it. I think I panicked there. And now because of that dive, now Banger and I are a little off sync. So we double commit. But we're able to kind of fix it right here. So now our position's a little bit fine. I'm going to opt to go for this. Okay, so technically this is still my left side zone. And regardless of how awkward it is, I could call the off on it. But I know that they're clearing it into a first man. So I'm going to apply pressure immediately. I don't want Banger to basically have the pressure of dealing with a shot right when we're kind of in our offensive structure, because I messed up a little bit. So I'm going to dive at it, that's good enough to dispossess, which at that point Banger lands a really big clear, which is really good. So now Sean steps up. I'm going to play second to Sean. Check mid. Nothing's happening. Land a solid 50. That's all I need to do. Right? He's going to go for that. I have 58 boost. I have plenty. I can't land a shot here. Nothing much I can really do. I'd like to really pass that. I'd like to put it mid if I could. But because of how it's rolled up against the wall, there's not much I could do with it. So I'm just going to play with what I got. Just boom it. Banger's going to play that side beautifully. I'm going to call the off. Right? And now we turn in. Yeah, good. Yeah, good try. Ugh. I think you guys saw that angle. That was rough, though. Right? He's going to go. I'm going to go. Yep. That's good. Okay, yep. He's going to play the turn. He's got to go for mid boost. He was probably super low. And then he kind of messed up here. Honestly, really solid shit. Oh, yeah, he was 0. I told you. Like, he had to be low boost here. So he wanted to turn on it, but he had to be low in order to go for that. And then he messed up the read a little bit. Banger with the trust. He was honestly trusting him. And that could get, honestly, that's a thing right here. A lot of people, you can put a lot of trust in your teammates, and they can kind of move forward here, He shouldn't be pushing out regardless. That was a really good dodge in the demo. Good to put it in 50. All you got to do is stuff it in that corner. Now he's going to play close. Right? Yep, and this is good. He's going to be one force. Okay, he's going to pre-jump, which is good. You just need that. Just cover the angle. And now I'm going to play left side zone. So technically, I am not right side. I am left side zone. I'm the third man contracting with our offensive first man. Do you guys see that? Cool stuff, right? And I know it's offensive first man, but it's going to pivot right here. So now it's going to release. Can I go for this? No. I put a swivel down. I'm like, can't go. We're going to wait. He's going to go next. Maybe that was a little awkward. Oh my God. Okay, we're good. Little bit of a structural mishap, honestly, with that. Sean, same shit. Doing what I need to do. It honestly doesn't change. And this is why I can't play ranked. I'm not going to lie. I was like thinking, should I play ranked? No, fuck that shit. I'm not going to do that. This is honestly really fun. Okay, so I'm gonna play close, but yeah. So I play close, but knowing that Sean doesn't really have much of an angle here, and Banger just went for the demo, which is a little rough, but honestly not too bad. I know that basically we're gonna land a 50 here, so I'm just gonna play that. And honestly, if they're gonna run the layer and they want to push out on this, let them. I'm not gonna 50 this. I don't give a shit. Like he's spending one of his rotations to basically get it out. Like even if he whiffs there, it's fine. There's nothing material that's going to happen here. It really shouldn't. Yeah. He should be good. Even with the demo there should be technically another person back there. Okay, so I gotta fix my angle. And I gotta pivot. The way I gotta do this, though, is really weird. Because, you know, it's in this, there's actually, this is actually could be in the Pro League. It could be a mistake. And it's this minute. Because if I don't come in and stop right here, then what happens is I can't use this as a shield. Because the guy that's going supersonic, he has an angle to hit me right here. But he can't turn fast enough with his momentum in order to hit me right here and to demo me. You get that? So I use this as a shield. This is a shield for demos. If you're playing front post, that's how you do it. And if they're going to go for demos, then you might need to do a check 2. And then you turtle a little bit, kind of like a, you know, like a turtle head. Like it goes back into its shell, freaks, and it goes, oh, right? But at me just enough that it may be able to leave front post open. It's kind of a pick play. If you play basketball, it's like a pick and roll in a way, you know? And so you run a kind of a pick play. If they're going to 3-point turn and go for this, at that point, you need to have this guy that's here collapse. Okay? And he should be able to cover front post, and he should be able to cover mid. I know that sounds like you're like, wait, but you're overloading. Well, yeah, yay and nay. He's more in the midfield, but also that guy should be, you know, you can come off the sidewall even. You could come off. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, but this on the sidewall right here, it's called the stanchion. I don't know if you do that, but I was blown away when I was told that when I was 12. I'm like, I'm going to carry that with me. Carry that with me the rest of my life. So because basically I moved forward and then went backward, I'm right in the line of sight that if the first man wants to go demo me, he can do that. Whereas before, if I played this correctly, I'd be right here. And he couldn't be able to, he wouldn't even be able to touch me if he tried. You know? Here, no. There, yes, the inches matter. And yes, I know if you know, I know that you know. I know that you know the inches matter. Yep, they do. And that's enough to kill. But I tried to land it right into first banger, into my first. Didn't happen. He played it well. Spawn near side on a demo. And now I got full, so I'm Gucci. Okay, just gonna play the force, not gonna dive. That's it. And I got banger there. This is how it should be. It's so nice. Playing the receive. Oh, beautiful. Chef's kiss. Yeah, I don't know why Sean called that there. That was, I got it on the turn. It's all good. Playing the pinch. Go for the boost. My man. Play for the clear. Play the 1. No, I'm gonna go for the solo. I don't know. I saw something. Maybe I saw something. Wait, to me? Oh, I can't. Okay, so I know he's on the left side. Oh, what a fucking shot. Oh, Whale got caught in a layer. He didn't play second man correctly. They play the high. Then he went and greeted for boost. Went off his angle. You leave it open. I'm telling you, that's why I teach it. And look at that. So he played it right, except he went square. And he messed up his angle. So even here would be fine. All he had to do was just come here. And maybe he could have hit this. Yeah, he would have been fine. He just... Yeah, it's greedy. Greedy, 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 greedy. What? Bruh. That is lucky. No, that's not even skill. Look at the fucking bounce. Look at this bounce. Huh? Huh? What? No wonder Sean didn't fucking hit this. Who'd expect it to bounce like that? Come on! Just threw a prayer hands emoji, dude. It is so fucking nuts. That is so crazy. Play to receive, play to the 1, but I messed up my touch there. I know Sean was open. Oh. Oh. No, it's not working. The passes are there, though. So I'm going to immediately fix, because I know he's on left side rotation. So I'm going to cut inside. because I know he's on left side, so he's going to assume back left. I'm going to go right. It's going to be a little awkward, but we'll be able to fix it. He lands a solid 50. Delayed flick. So I'm going to tell him to go first. I'm behind. Perfect tackle. He plays square. That's beautiful. It's good for us. He plays it square, so I'm going to pop mid. Oh. Yes. Oh, my God. Oh, close. Wait. I'm waiting a second. Don't go for it. Good, 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 good. Yep. That's all we need to do. Just hold the space. Right? That's fine. Uh-oh. Yeah, we should be fine here. To the 3. I tried to pop it. I was trying to pop it. That's a missed touch. I'm trying to pop it to Sean. You guys can see what's going on. The 2 to 1 to 3. Choxic off his line. Banger's immediately going to go. No, okay. So I don't want to sacrifice going for boost and greet it. So I don't want to kill my structure here. So he's going to dive. I'm just going to play for the beat. It just wins space. It gives it to the 3rd. So we're technically, as soon as I handshake this play, all my teammates know we're going to play for the clear from the 3rd. This should be good. I should be able to grab enough boost, avoid the bump. Right, Choxic with the clear. He's going to land the beat, which is fine. He just had you could tell he had a better angle. You know? And this is good. The double touch. This is good. I'm winning space here. That's all I'm looking for. And the delay right there is beautiful. Right? And I'm going to rotate near side. That's highly unusual. Pretty lucky that the boost spawns. Maybe. Trying to pop it mid. I'm not trying to go for shots. Oh, I don't think Choxic could do it. And I was on him. Oh, he overcommitted. And he came off his line. And then he was low boost. And I was smothering him too. Let's try to play for that read. Yeah. Man. Awesome. Honestly, really, really, really good games. I'm really proud, honestly. I felt like the last time I looked at our CRL replays, man, they looked like a mess, but this looked really, really, really solid and really fun. And I got to tell you, playing at this level was really fun. It was really fun to play. It was competitive, but it was very linear because you always knew that these guys were going to do the best possible thing and weren't just going to monkey chase or anything like that. They were going to play really structured, and you could see kind of how things developed. You could just see the game come alive for itself, the structure speak for itself. If the second man was off his line, you got to see it come alive. You know, and it led to all these little intangible things where, you know, maybe they're sacrificing speed here because the guy was awkward, missed his rotation. Boom, they were able to land, you know, a midfield pass because he's off his line or because third man was overloaded. It led us to eventually play a numbers game where, because they're all on their back foot, we're able to slam enough shots on net that we just, you know, throw it out, that they double commit, they panic, and then we score, something like that. I mean, it's just, it constantly keeps going. So that was fun. That was fun. Okay, end of video. Much love.